Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. So I will wait a minute here till people come on. Hi, Susan. Hi, Susie. Hi, Bobby. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Barb. I'm excited to paint. I don't think I have. I played around yesterday in my sketchbook. I wasn't ready to dive into painting. Sometimes when I've been away from it for a few days, it's hard to ease back in. So this is going to be my easing back in. So hopefully it turns out all right. I'm just looking. Good morning. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Shelly. How are you? Hi, Carol. Okay, let me turn this around. So I decided, did I not turn it? To paint they look like daisies, but they're actually mums. I took this photo when I went for my walk yesterday. I guess it was just yesterday. Crazy how time flies. And there's a little bee on there. So I'm going to try and capture that. Look, that bee too. Tamara says, I wanted to thank you so much for that brush that you use. Oh, good. You know, having the right art supplies makes such a huge difference. Good morning, Jackie. Good afternoon. Yeah, I still can't find a great big brush that I love as much as, which one did I tell you about? Was it the rosemary one or was it the Trekell one? I love them both, but good afternoon in Stockholm. So yeah, this is actually a mum, but I'm going to try and capture that bee if I can. I'm going to try and keep it loose and mostly kind of use blues and yellows and whites. So I really just need to mix up kind of this yellowish, greenish, the dark background and grays. And then we'll do the underpainting in some fun colors. So let's work on that. Ellen, it was good. The Virginia Beach show was fun. I've never been to Virginia Beach. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun little area, beautiful. We went to some great restaurants, and it was fun having the show on the boardwalk. It really was very pretty. I met some wonderful new people. It would be a little scary doing it, I think, if the weather was bad. I need a sip of my coffee here. And like I said, I'm easing into doing this today. I might be a little slow on the uptake just because even the shortest time away from painting, like I paint every day. And then if I take a week off or something, it's almost like I forget what I was doing. I don't understand how that can be. I think it's just a mental thing. But, and maybe a little black for a cute little bee. Maybe we'll make them kind of purplish since that's a compliment to what we're doing here. Don't need much black. Good morning, Anita. So I think I'll make a dark blackish, purplish color. I don't need to be. I can just use the pure black if I feel like I need it for the bee. I feel like that needs a little more green in it. Yeah, so the show was good. Enjoyed making new friends. That's always the best part. And, the drive wasn't bad. We did that back drive from Pennsylvania. You go down through along the coast of Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. And you go over this long, long bridge that goes, it's like a bridge over, a tunnel under, bridge over, till you get to Virginia. And it's really pretty. I love that part. The drive was actually not bad at all. I feel like the shadow areas of the yellow have a tint of green to them. It's really nice. Get more of this. I love the color mix. Eastern Shore, it is beautiful. Chesapeake Bay Bridge, thank you, Jackie. It's not the bridge that goes over and under and over and under like I describe it. Yes, it's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. It's fun. So now it's time. It's my last show of the season, so now I've got to unpack the van and put all the stuff away. I say that loosely. My husband will probably do most of it. Some of it I can't even like carry, but a lot of it needs to go in my attic till next season. And putting it away is not easy. Be nice to have a studio where you just put it inside and leave it. Happy Wednesday, Allie. All right, now I need my shadow areas of my white, which is really pretty simple and gray. Put a little white in there, I guess. See how that looks. So how's everyone been? Hope everybody's good. Whoops. And I think then I mostly need whites. I don't. Oh. Let's make it a little lighter and then I'll just use white. And this. So I think that's good for our mixing. I think that should work. So let's try this. We'll put this up here. I could do a completely different color, like red, but I think what I'll do is put my pops of where my yellow is going to be so that it stays transparent, and then do the rest of it maybe with my manganese blue hue, or maybe mix that with a little bit of purple in it. Maybe that would be fun. At least in the shadow areas. That sounds fun. Yeah, the bee looks great, doesn't it? Now I got to try and capture that, right? I took a few photos. This was on my walk. Like I said, I walked yesterday, and the bee was right there on the mum. Whoops! Oh no! I dropped the little thing that closes my container. It sounds like it went in my trash can. Let me make sure it didn't, because if it did, I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. Get on task here. All right. I'm going to block in where the centers of the flowers are. I had a few things to choose between today because I went to Roots also yesterday and got some flowers. They had some dahlias that were really pretty. I made it to the sunflower farm and took so many pictures. Oh, how nice, Allie. That's fun. How far did you have to go from where you live to go to the sunflower farm? Like they're probably not too available in Brooklyn, right? I mean, I guess there could be some in Brooklyn, right? Or Queens. You live in Queens. Good morning, Bonnie. I have to block in the bee too. Why don't I do that a little bit so I don't forget? Good morning. So the bee is going to be right here. little back end. Okay, Holland Ridge Farms in New Jersey, about an hour and a half away. No, that's not bad at all. And yeah, no, not bad at all. So I want to remember to tell you, if you're not on my email list, get on my email list if you're thinking you might like to go along on my next European adventure. I'm calling it an art venture. Because that's going to be open. Just finished doing all the copy for that. So that's going to be open to reserve a spot very soon. I think now that, you get one thing done and then you have 80 more things to work on. Yeah, Bonnie, it's going to be amazing. But it's like I feel like I got home from... all I wanted to do was rest, and it was time. Now I'm working on my son and future daughter-in-law's wedding invitations. I just sent them to the printer like 10 minutes ago. Like all the things that I kind of put off and didn't take care of because life was busy getting ready for the art show. Now it's time to do all those things that I put on the back burner. That's okay. It's better than being bored, right? The work never stops. Why is that? I always think that it will, too. I naively think that I'll catch up. I never stop thinking that all of a sudden one day I'll be all caught up. I guess that's the day you die, so I don't really want that. I'm not ready for that yet. There's too many art projects, too many fun things to do before that time comes. Ooh, I'm loving these colors. So yeah, anyway, so if you want to be on that list, you can just send me an email or sign up to be on my email list. If you're on there, you'll know. I'll send it out to everybody. I'm hoping later this week or by next week. And that's in 2026. What are we in? 2024. Yeah, 2026, because the one I have in 2025 is already filled. In France. And I might do one in France the next year too, so we'll see. Seems like a lot to commit to already. So what else is new? What's new with you guys? I have my work at Red Raven Art Company in downtown Lancaster, if anybody's in the area. I would like to see some of my pieces in person. They're hanging down there. If you let me know, I could come meet you there too. Always fun. I don't know, that's a pretty fun beginning, right? I don't know that I need to fuss with that anymore. I'm just going to close my liquid up and get my pigment sticks out. Oh, yes, Jackie, my goodness. I didn't even think about that. Did the storm hit yet? Or is it today that it's hitting? Gosh, how crazy they just did that storm, right? How was last weekend's art show? Bonnie, it was good. I really enjoyed Virginia Beach. What a pretty place. Made some new friends. Sold some art. And it was a very well-organized show, too. That always makes it a whole lot easier. Disorganized shows that aren't very supportive of artists can be really frustrating. But this was a good one. Yeah, the blues are so pretty. Not here yet. Misty rain, not much wind yet. Ellen, are you in the path, too? I guess all of Florida really is, isn't it? I know our cousin's daughter lives in Tampa. Praying for safety for all the storm's path. Yes. Oh my gosh. When is it supposed to hit? I know I should know these things. I haven't watched the news. Sending prayers, yes. We're in the direct line, but glad to be inland and not on the West Coast. Do you remember where was your first exhibition and how was it? Can you please tell us the store? Yeah. You didn't ask when was it, right? Because that I don't remember. It was really, I've only been, there, I got a big piece of pigment stick there. I've only been, kind of doing this. It hasn't been that long. So I don't know when it was. It was in downtown Lancaster, and it was at a jewelry store. And it was on like a First Friday show. That was my very first time I showed my work. And it went well. And my dentist actually brought 3 of my pieces, which is so cool. And they're hanging every time I go to the dentist or my sister or my kids. They see those paintings that, seem like I did them a lifetime ago. And then the second time I think I did a show, I did it at a place called Seasons. Is it called Seasons Oil and Vinegar or something in downtown Lancaster? It's still there. It's a little store that sells oil and vinegar. And that was my second show. And I did a live painting demo there, maybe once or twice. Both fun experiences. Ellen, is it supposed to hit land today? Or tonight, maybe? No, during the day, I think. I did watch a little bit of news, but I forget when it's hitting. Kind of greenish color, which I guess I could make it a little more green because that's the shadow of the if you're starting to show your work. Tina says good morning. I just heard Wednesday night. Oh, thanks for telling me Wednesday night. If you're just starting to show your work, look for like opportunities of little places near where you live. Like it doesn't have to be anything fancy like a gallery. Like sometimes it takes a while to get those opportunities, and it doesn't really matter where you show your work. It's more, having people come to see it and support you. And doing, outdoor art shows is really hard thing to do, so you don't want to start doing that. Although a lot of outdoor art shows do have opportunities for artists that are just starting out, which is great. All right, I gotta think about my dark areas. Oh, your local library. That's a really good idea. Yeah, that would be a great place to start. I just had my first outdoor art show. It was so fun. Met so many great peeps. That is the best part of doing them. There are a lot of things about doing outdoor art shows that are exhausting, but getting to make new friends and meet people and see who your work resonates with too. That's a huge part of it. And make connections. Bonnie says, I love how you're putting down the blue as your background for the petals. How did you select that color? I feel like I use that manganese blue hue when I want white areas. It makes the whites pop because it's cool, and I'm going to use a cool white. That's why I chose that. Jenny says, love from Walkie, Iowa. So glad I woke up early and caught your work. Oh, I'm glad you did too. What time is it there? I have to kind of think big overarching shapes of where shadows are right now. That's what I'm popping in here. Yeah, it was fun. Someone came, I don't know if she's on listening or not, but she had watched me paint, I guess 2 weeks ago was it 2 weeks ago that I did the bluebird, or 3 weeks? I don't remember, but I had the bluebird there, and that she loved that she watched me paint that painting, and she bought it. There's that fun little curl of it's 7:20 here in Iowa. That's not bad. That's not terribly early. This is all in shadow down here. I can add highlights if I need to. No, that's such connections. It is cool. Well, funny story. When I was there, someone who bought a painting was talking to me about something, and she said, "Oh, her college roommate was from freshman year was from Lancaster," and I can't remember why I even said it, but I looked at her and I thought, well, she looks like my age, kinda like maybe I know her college roommate. And sure enough, I asked her what her college roommate's name was, and it's a very good friend of mine. Like, what? Like, talk about small world. Says, have you used Schminke Mucini resin oils? I heard about those Nope, I've never heard of those. I love I think that's a company that makes really cool pastels, chalk pastels. I love resin. I don't use it. I don't know if I feel like it's not healthy, but it sounds like it would be really fun. I'm looking at my edges now just to make sure I don't like to leave white at the edge. Six degrees of separation. That's must be nice to everyone. Yes, that's right, Bonnie. That is very true. Yeah, sometimes I think it might be even less than 6 degrees, right? Everybody's interconnected. All right, now I could do some of my medium grays. I could always put more darks in there if I need to, but yeah, so now it's time for me to start thinking about all the next things on my list. I often feel like I need a couple days off before that starts. Oh, good morning, Emerson. What time do you have to leave for school? It's 8:30. I'm not terrible. I forget what time school starts. I haven't had to think about that in a long time. Soon time to be carving pumpkins. 15 minutes. Oh, that's good. That's not too bad. All right, so these are all in shadow here. I'm going to try and let little bits of that color show through. Let's have a great day. Emerson. Oh, Emerson made me a bracelet for my birthday. Here it is. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Better than a fun new piece of jewelry. Now this is a little thick in here, but I don't dislike it. I might just kind of leave it be like that. Thank you. Everybody likes it, Emerson. Okay. So today in my inspiring art group, I haven't decided for sure, but I'm going to do something in my sketchbook. I was playing in my sketchbook yesterday a little bit just to get my sea legs back, and it is a lot of petals to paint. I think I might paint this same thing, the same image in my sketchbook in acrylics today. So if you're in my inspiring art group, don't forget to join me at 11. I would get lost with all those petals. Well, I'm not thinking about all the bits. I'm really just thinking about the overall, where the dark areas are, things like that. That's what keeps me from getting too lost in it. Thinking about bigger shapes. And then also letting some of the fun, crazy colors show through too. But and I have to remember to do the bee there too. Yeah, it's the trick not to get overwhelmed by what you're doing and just have fun with it and think about big shapes. Don't think about all of it. And then being patient too, because I just want to dive in there and start putting in all the lightest lights so I can see it start to come together, but it's not quite time for that yet. Now this bee, there's a little bit of, I have a little, I want to focus on that. It's, I can't get it to focus. The gold pigment sticks to, like it was a big chunk I had to pull off. Okay. Could do my lights. Not quite ready yet. I'm having a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having, coffee or tea today? Hi, Kimmy. This is Dee from Sea Isle City, New Jersey. I met you at Rittenhouse. Oh, hi, Dee. Oh, that's so fun. Yes, and I love that part of meeting everybody. It's the best. really need to worry. Oh, there's a little bit of gold right there. That's really pretty. Pumpkin coffee. Oh, Nancy, that sounds good. Perfect time of the year for that. Was thinking I'm meeting some art friends today. This afternoon, and I might go get myself a coffee. Is this a raised panel or flat? And also, how's it staying up? I don't see what the panel's resting on. It's a raised panel, Jackie, and it's on, there's a little lip here on my desktop easels. It's just sitting on there. And this is sitting on it too. And I did your bluebird. I'll show it to you then. I think it might be dry. Remind me to show that to you. I want to make sure you like it before I send it. Since I might not be seeing you at the end of the month. Yeah, I did a wedding commission for a friend of, and then I got, the mother actually wanted one of the same that I painted. So I got a gallery wrapped canvas of it, and it really turned out nice. I was very happy with it. Sometimes when you do things like that and you end up getting it, it doesn't look the same as the painting, but this looked pretty nice. I got it from G Clay today. I was really happy with the job that they did. Now I have to work on, next up, my yearly calendar is at the printer printed and ready for me to pick up today, which is exciting. I can't wait to see it. It's fun to pick up printed things. Something I used to do all the time when I had my business. I don't do it as much anymore because I don't need to get things printed, but printing things is always scary to me. So I have to get those ready, and then I have to photograph them and get them listed on my website. And then I always do little Christmas ornaments too. And I have the idea of what I'm going to do. I actually did the paintings, and now I've got to work on making the little ornaments for that. So yeah, life just started again. I do love all the colors. Yeah, coffee sounds really good. Am I missing? Oh, rose mushroom coffee. That's pumpkin spice coffee from Starbucks to make at home. Oh, to make at home. That's great. What did you paint? Oh, for the bride and groom. Ooh. Gosh, can I show you? I don't know if I can show you or not because it's a wedding gift. Maybe once they get it as a gift, I'll post it. I have to make sure I have a good photo of it because I didn't pack it to send it yet. So that is a really good thing I should do today. It's it's from their wedding photos, and it's two guys on a bench. I think it's in Chicago. And I was really afraid of it, and it turned out great. My friend Grace, I think always, whenever she goes to a wedding, she has me do a portrait as the gift, as her wedding gift. And she's really pushed me to get better at doing that, which is a good thing. I painted her daughter at her wedding in her gown. Faces are the hard part. And it's not that I don't want to do it. I just feel like I need more practice at it. But you only get better if you keep doing it, right? Get out of that comfort zone. Try different things. Easier said than done. What, do as I say, not as I do. Is that? No. Yeah, that's it, right? Pumpkin spice creamer. I like G Clay today. They're in PA. Yes, Allie, they are in PA. I love to see some of those paintings. Oh, Bonnie, yeah, I should post some of them. I just did a little boy's portrait because for my same friend. I had done a painting for this, it was their wedding photo. And then when she had a little baby girl, she had me paint her daughter as a baby. And then she had a little boy, and the person who Grace gave it to as a gift called me and commissioned me to paint her little boy because she said she needed to complete her collection. And she said it's one of her favorite things that she has, which is a nice compliment. And I do a lot of pet portraits and stuff too. That's something I can do more for the holidays if I have time. This is pretty fun, isn't it? It looks beautiful already. Yeah, it's coming together. I don't know. It's a mix of reckless, crazy, and fun, and always. I do love the colors. This has little petals here. They're hard to get in. I don't think I have enough room. But I don't need to be literal with it. I can just, there's another little bit of pigment stick on there. Terry says she's painting along with me. Oh, good. I love that. Allie says commissions still mess with me. I get stuck sometimes. I need to feel the fear and do it anyway. It is scary because, whoever commissions it has an idea of what they want in their head. And when you're working from a photograph, like of someone's loved one or whatever, it's really scary because it's not going to be like the photo. And if you want it to be like the photo, then just enjoy the photo. Like why paint it? So it is always really scary to do commissions. I always try to put myself in the mindset when I do them of thinking that, unless it's of a person, which often it is, which is even scarier, but what's the worst thing can happen? You have to start over. I mean, you learn through the process of doing that anyway. But yeah, I've done like commissions and then it was like too colorful because my style is very colorful, and one time I had to redo a commission because she felt like it was too colorful, but I have the colorful one, and it's a floral, so I'll sell that in an art show. It's not a big deal. You have to get out of your own way. Yeah, you never know if they'll be pleased. And like I've heard of some people that will show their commission like halfway through to make sure they're going in the right direction. Oh, you know what I do though? I mean, you might already know this or do this, but if I'm doing a commission, like I did, what was it? It was like a huge peony. It was like, I think it was 30 by 60. And my dental hygienist asked me to paint her son's wedding picture. Oh, well, that's nice. I try to get them to give me photos where the people aren't just looking straight at the camera. Like I'd like from the back, or, you could ask for something that might be a little bit easier to do. But now wait, what was I telling you about? So for that really big commission, I painted 4 small ones. I usually do 3, but in this case, I couldn't decide. So I did 4 small paintings of, a tiny but same proportion. And I showed them to the client. She chose her favorite, and then that's what I painted. So she already had an idea of the direction I was going in, and I had 3 paintings to sell. Sometimes when that happens, they'll even buy the small ones. So that's a really good way of building your own confidence, that you don't get lost in it and afraid that you're not doing it right. Yeah, that works out nicely to do it that way, Allie. Yeah, it's more getting yourself to the point where you feel confident. It's your own confidence is the tricky part, not the doing of it, not anything else. Isn't that crazy? You get in your own way all the time. I do anyway. I say that loosely. Maybe you don't, but I do. I get my way in a lot of things. Allie says she does too. Let me have a sip of my coffee and think here for a minute. I still have to do the centers of my flowers, look for any bits, and then I've got to find a way to get that bee to stand out a little bit more. So I need Nancy says, Stephanie at Third Story have given me more confidence with their support. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm going to see them today. That's who I'm meeting with this afternoon. I love them. That's so great to hear. I'm going to tell them you said that. They're very supportive. Okay, now I'm going to do this. I think I need to do my center of my flowers. I want to call them daisies. How can they look so much like daisies and be mums? All right. I'm going to try and define that a little bit. The Bone Creek Gallery in Northeast recently had a show, and the theme was pollinators. It was beautiful. Oh, isn't that great? And I don't want to get out, my small brush. I guess there's a little wing here too. Must have been so nice to see everyone's butterflies. That is the 1-inch brush. Yeah, this is about, what is this brush? This is a rose. Oh, this is Rosemary and Company. This is a size 8, so it's about a 1/2 inch. I thought it was one of my Trekell brushes. I didn't even notice that it wasn't. No, wait, let me get the back end of him. Now my fussing. Do you see any spots that I need to focus on? Am I running out of time? No, I still have time. I had time to give it some thought. Oh, I see a little, maybe I need a little. I think that is the shadow on the lower petal seems to be competing with the bee. I know. So therefore, if I want a dark bee to stand out, I think I need to add more lights. So that the dark stands out. I know, it's really tricky. I also think I need to make this shadow darker in here too. Because it's the shadow that the bee is casting is very... It does get really tricky to try and have it be just enough that you can tell it's a bee. And this should be a little darker here too. I'm looking through the camera lens to see what's working and not working. Maybe I just need to put a little of the light on his back here to bring it forward a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks good. I don't know that I want to fuss with it too much more. Are there other areas that... I wonder if that got a little bit too... I think it's one of my faves, just so pleasing to the eye. Oh, thanks, Barb. Thanks for that little boost of confidence for my morning. I always feel like was working on a blog post this morning about how I start my day and letting the creative muse hang out in the morning before you dive into all the rest of the stuff. And it's like, even though I do this all the time, it's like, you know, you always have a vulnerable little self that doubts all the time. I don't know why that can't ever go away. Laura says maybe the shadow of the petal could be a little lighter so as not to be competing with the bee. Okay, let's try that. Brought out his leg a little bit more. I think he's definitely coming forward. It's very dimensional. Thank you. I think I still need this. Very pretty. Love it. Beautiful. Thank you. The lower petal down here, the shadow of the bee here. Is that competing? Yeah, maybe it is. A little light coming in now on my panel. It looks nice. Love when the light comes in. I think that vulnerability makes us better. I guess it does, Barb. I just always think someday it'll go away, but I guess it doesn't. Because you really are painting. It's so personal. It's like you're wearing your heart on your sleeve or whatever that saying is, and it never stops. Like, to sit and show your work at an art show and, have people look at it. It is a vulnerable feeling. All right, I think I'm fussing with it and not at 6 o'clock of the flower. Oh, this down here. Okay. Okay, let's try that, Laura. That's a good description. It's 6 o'clock. Sometimes I say to myself that art is the magic that comes from our hearts, but so challenging to get out of the negative voice in your head. It is true. Looks finished. Yes, that's it. Oh, good. All right. Wait a minute here. No, wait, I feel like now that I have light coming in the window, it's kind of there. I like that little curly one. I wanted to keep that. Okay, I'm going to sign it because now I'm fussing with it. I'm going to mess it up. That happens in the blink of an eye. Oh, that's fun. It smeared the white paint, but I love how it looks. I love little random things that happen like that. Now that I'm looking in here, no more fussing. I feel like I need to soften that. Midnight here, finished beautifully, just in time for bed. So there's my reference image. There's I have light casting little shadows on there. I don't know if I can turn that. No, that didn't help because it's light coming in the window behind me. But there's my fun little signature. Love it. And there's my palette. So I didn't mix anything new. And so I expected to see you all. Isn't that funny? I feel like I'm in a Zoom meeting, and when I flip the camera around, I wanted to see all your faces. That's what maybe the next thing they'll be able to make with Instagram is so that we can see each other. Gosh, wouldn't that be fun? Because I feel like you're here with me, only not. Yes, I hope everyone stays safe in Florida. We'll be thinking of you guys. And what else? If you're in my Inspiring Art group, I'll see you at 11 We're going to have some more fun with this and do it in acrylic. So we'll see how that goes. And if you're not in my email list and you want to be, you can either sign up through the link in my bio or send me a message and I'll add you. So thanks for coming, guys. It was fun hanging out with all of you and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.